Welcome to the Americana Bistro Grill. I'm your host, Dr. Rob, serving you the best in Americana music. And right now, not only Americana music is limited to the United States. We have also Americana music all over the world, including Canada, including the province of Alberta. I had the honor just about an hour ago, of listening to Alberta Skies. Windows down, radio up, and I wanted to do the same thing. So much that we have solar power here. And I have here Hope's Creed. For me, it's an honor and a pleasure having you here.
So part of the band is here. I'm Jane. I'm the keys player and the songwriter. And why don't you...
I'm Crystal.
I remember you, Crystal.
And I'm Jessie.
Okay, Jane, Crystal, and who else?
Jessie.
Jessie. I remember Crystal a long time ago, and I also remember Jane. I just want to ask the big question. What was the inspiration behind such a beautiful song and a beautiful video that is destined to be a classic for the 21st century?
Oh, well, I hope that your words are prophetic, because that would be amazing for us if we could put a classic out there. So I wrote this song. Actually, the story is a little bit, it's kind of interesting. I was in Peru, and I was watching, we were there with family. My husband is Peruvian, and I was watching a volleyball game on the beach late at night. And my husband, Jilmas, came and sat beside me on the sand, and we were watching the volleyball game, and we also looked up at the stars because it was a beautiful, beautiful night. And I pointed out Orion's Belt. The constellation is one of the only 3 constellations I can actually even identify. But I was proud of myself. I'm like, look, there's Orion's Belt. And my husband said to me, well, yes, but in the southern hemisphere, we call it Las Tres Marias, which is the 3 Marys, named for the 3 Marys in the Bible. And so it was just so interesting for me to hear that even the constellations have different names. And I reflected on the fact that out of the entire group that night, I was the only one that was raised in rural Alberta, underneath the very blue, sometimes very windy skies. And I just have a lot of fond memories from my childhood of biking and running and hiking and skiing and all sorts of outdoor activities out in the open in beautiful Alberta. And so anyways, the whole family wondered where I went, because I jumped up, ran to my cabin, threw myself down, and wrote all the lyrics to Alberta Skies in a very short time. And the lyrics were pretty much complete that night. I had a little bit of tweaking to do, but then I brought it back to the band. We started practicing it, and then COVID hit and put us out of commission for 2 years. So just as COVID was lifting a little bit, I brought it back to the band and said, anybody still interested in this? And it took us quite a long time, actually, because we were delving into a bit of a new style. This was our first sort of non-worship piece that we did. So it took us a little while, and then we filmed it at the end of last summer. And we chose May 5th to release it, because here in Alberta in April, we still have snow. So we had to wait for the weather to be good, and I thought beginning of May is good. So we're excited that today that song is going out to the world.
And it is becoming a very, very big hit. I just wanted to congratulate you. And the video, how were you able to, what inspired you for the video? And how was it done, recorded and made?
So the video is filmed very close to actually where we live, especially Jessie and I were here in the south of Calgary. And that video location is about 15 minutes to the south of us. I drove south, and then I made a turn towards the mountains, and I was just out scouting for locations. I ended up finding just a beautiful corner, and unfortunately the day that we filmed, we had a little bit of rain, and we had some clouds, but we got so many people together to do the filming that we had to go ahead with it. So we had some sun and some clouds and whatnot, and then the owner of that piece of land we asked their permission to use their property, and the wife said to the husband, well, honey, why don't you show them what's in the garage? And so he took us to the garage, and there was a vintage blue truck that was the most amazing color and in just mint condition. And he said, you guys can use this for your video. And he didn't charge us for that. He just let us use it. And so it's my daughter-in-law that Anna is driving the truck in the video. And then we got to use it as a prop. So we were pretty happy. Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, how do you compare Alberta Skies, which is non-Christian, to the Christian hits that you have recorded previously? How can you reconcile the both?
Does anybody else want to say anything?
Well, I think it's interesting that we really, really want to put those songs into those camps, right? Either it's Christian and worship, or otherwise it's secular. And I think that this is both. I think your heart attitude and what you bring will spiritualize a song or unspiritualize a song. So I think it's a great story of creation and gratitude. I can't think of the lyrics right now, but aren't there words of the Spirit in there somewhere? But to be honest, it's so funny how we just really want to put songs into categories, and I don't think we maybe need to all the time.
Yep. This isn't a category song either. It's more like a universal song. You could remove Alberta Skies and have Florida Skies, or you could have New Mexico Skies or Montana Skies. It's just simply a song of enjoying spring becoming summer. That was my impression, and I loved it. I loved it a lot. And
it's really, really good to know.
In fact, I already promoted it in all of my mediums. And I also promoted it with all the other Americana artists as well. Where can we get Alberta Skies, and where can we get the music of Hope's Creed?
Well, our music is on all of the major music platforms. Of course, you can just listen to it for free on our website or on YouTube. And of course, it's out there on Google Play and everything else. We've promoted it to radio stations, and just as widely as possible, we've tried to promote it.
Yeah.
Make it available.
I want to thank you, June. I also want to thank Crystal for coming in. I also want to thank Jesse for coming in for Hope's Creed. I love your group, not only in the Christian realm, but also in this realm as well. And it's universal, because Americana music is also universal. I want to thank you for everything. And I want to say goodbye to all of my audience from the heart of Miami, which is, we're in Kendall, close to Homestead, to everyone in the world. Peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. And in the words of Laura Marie, who is the Texas singer-songwriter of universal fame, be love. Thank you, and until the next time.
Thank you very much.